Breaking news. Probe missing $15 billion, 200 billion naira of oil revenues. SERAP tells Tinubu. Hi guys, welcome back to the news. If you're just joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has urged President Bola Tinubu to set up a presidential panel of inquiry to promptly probe the grim allegations that over 15 billion US dollars of oil revenues and 200 billion budgeted to repair the refineries are missing and unaccounted for between 2020 and 2021, as documented by the Nigerian Extractive Industry and Transparency Initiative. SERAP urged President Tinubu to name and shame anyone suspected to be responsible for the missing and unaccounted public funds, as to ensure their effective prosecution as well as the full recovery of any proceeds of the crime. The SERAP has urged President Tinubu to fully implement all the recommendations by the NEITI in its 2021 report and to use any recovered proceeds of the crime. In a letter dated on the 23rd September 2023, signed by the SERAP Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, the organization said that there is a legitimate public interest in ensuring justice, accountability for these serious allegations. Taking these important measures would end the impunity of the perpetrators. Now, SERAP said, as President and as the Minister of Petroleum Resources, your office ought to be concerned about these demeaning revelations by ensuring you get to the bottom of these allegations and ensuring that these suspected perpetrators are promptly brought to justice. And any missing public funds must be fully recovered. And yes, any failure to investigate these grave allegations, being suspected perpetrators, to bring suspected perpetrators to justice and to recover any missing public funds would have serious resource allocation and exacerbate the country's debt burden. Well, my wonderful people, the SERAP, that is the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, has urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to please set up a presidential panel of inquiry to promptly probe the grim allegations that over 15 billion US dollars of revenue and over 200 billion naira budgeted to repair our refineries are missing and unaccounted for between 2020 and 2021, as documented by the Nigerian Extractive Industries and Transparency Initiative. They've urged the president to name and shame those suspected to be responsible for the missing unaccounted for the public funds and to ensure effective prosecution as well as the full recovery of any proceeds of the crime. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must bring these people to the book. Justice must take place. They have to answer for their crimes. So this task has been pushed to the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led federal government. They have been urged to carry out an extensive findings regarding the missing 15 billion US dollars and 20 billion naira and 200 billion naira, I beg your pardon, of oil revenues. The SERAP made a request to the president while noting that the money was meant to fix the nation's bad refineries. Now, this money is nowhere to be found. This money all of a sudden disappears without any trace. Now, the group has urged the president to disclose the details of and review the identities of those suspected to be responsible for the missing and unaccounted public funds Those funds that were budgeted to repair the nation's refinery now is nowhere to be seen. Tinubu has been called upon to name and to shame anyone, not to hide them, but to bring them out. Let justice take its course. So guys, what are your thoughts on this issue? You see, this is the part where we say accountability is the key. In a government whereby the people are being held accountable for their actions, we won't be in this mess we are right now. How can a whooping sum of 200 billion naira be missing? 15 billion US dollars missing. It is unaccounted for. Like all of a sudden, the money just disappears without any trace of where this money went to. And this money has been budgeted to repair our refineries. We know that in this country, Nigeria has non-functional refineries. No one is working. Aside the one that the President Tinubu said he's trying to fix, that of the Port Harcourt refinery. Now we talk about the Dangote refinery and all of that. But Dangote refinery is yet to kickstart. But the ones owned by the federal government, none of them are functional. Now, the one that Tinubu claimed would be functional by December, that's the Port Harcourt refinery. Nigerians are yet to see any green light from, Port Harcourt and how far they've gone on fixing the refinery. But this money was budgeted under the leadership of the former president, Muhammad Buhari. And all of a sudden, this money is nowhere to be seen. Now, SERAP has warned Tinubu to fish out those people, and they would make sure no stone is left unturned in this case. Every person involved in this missing and unaccounted money has to be brought to the book. All those suspected to be linked to this huge, massive corruption and looting would be brought to the book. So my country people, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section. Thank you.